5 free agents that the Lions should re-sign. Thank you for liking, for commenting, and subscribing to the channel for all your Detroit Lions news. Now, going into this offseason, there are quite a few men on the upcoming free agency roster. So I specifically want to look at 5 guys that I think we should re-sign. Now, I'm not going to waste time. We're going to get right into it. First and foremost, the number one person that I think the Detroit Lions should re-sign is kicker Matt Prater. So about a month ago, I put out a video all about Matt Prater's digression this year and really the struggle that he had in this 2020 season. Off the bat, it might look and say, you know what, it's not worth it. Maybe he's getting old. No. I think Matt Prater just didn't have a great season, but you look at his leg power, he was still kicking 54, 55 yarders. Definitely struggled more than he has. It was technically his worst season in Detroit since 2014. All in all, when you look at it, his price tag will be lower because he's getting older. He's 36. He's still got the leg power, and he wants to stay in Detroit. To me, it's a no-brainer. You re-sign Matt Prater for at least one season. Number 2, Romeo Okwara. Look, in our defense, which was an abysmal black hole this season, Okwara was one of the shining objects in the whole thing. You can tell Okwara significantly improved this season, and in a defense that had nothing going for it, he really was a shining object and something to look at to say, you know what? I think he's worth it. He's young. He's 25 going on 26 years old. And I think he's got a lot of fire, a lot of heart in him. And really, when you look at his progression, he has significantly improved in this past season. So to me, he is a definite re-sign. Number 3, Jamal Agnew. Now, I know. Agnew has not shaped up to be what you or what I really thought he would be, what we really wanted or needed out of him. However, something about Agnew, when you look at him, is he has done really, really well on the special teams unit. Agnew's really shaped up into something that's dangerous. And yeah, he is too good at fumbling the ball. However, that's something that you can improve on. And when I look at him, he's explosive, dynamic in areas where we had guys getting injured earlier this season, and then we're throwing them in the slot. I think Agnew's versatility in and of itself, and really his explosive punt returning capabilities, is worth re-signing. Number 4, wide receiver Danny Amendola. Yes, he came in under Matt Patricia. He came in for the Patriot way. He came in to be this guy, to be a buffer for Patricia, to help get people on the Patriot way bandwagon. But in the last 2 seasons, he had 600-plus yard seasons, which is awesome. I look at Danny Amendola, and I see a guy who's at least got one more season left. So when I look at Amendola, you give him the option. It's a low price tag, and you say 1 more year. And if he agrees, you move on. If he disagrees, no harm, no foul. Maybe you try to convince Marvin Jones Jr. to stick around, though we know he doesn't really want to. Lastly, number 5, AP. Look, I understand that AP is older. I understand that he is pretty beaten down, pretty worn down, but I'll say this about AP. My man rolled into Detroit 6 days before game 1 and said, "Give me the rock." AP had a beautiful opening of a season, and yeah, he steadily kind of plateaued, but you know what? You shouldn't have to be the number 1 running back. And when Kerryon Johnson just poofed into thin air, when DeAndre Swift had that concussion and came out, AP carried the rock, and he did what he had to do. And all in all, I look at a guy like AP, and I think, number 1, he wants to be here. He has made it very clear, I want to be in Detroit. I want to be a part of this. And so I look at that and I'm like, man, if you have the heart for that, how many guys don't want to be here? How many guys are complaining? Look at a Deshaun Watson in Houston. I don't want to be here. Like, that attitude sucks, and that sucks the life out of your locker room. And so I look at a guy like AP, who A, is a Hall of Famer to be. He is a legend. And when I see a guy like him who says, I want to be in Detroit, number 2, I look at him and I'm like, what a good mentor for a guy like DeAndre Swift. He got to be here this year with Swift and guide him along, give him another year. AP still wants to play. The way he came out and played against Washington and Minnesota, you could tell, man, he wants it. To me, that's another easy re-sign for a one-year contract. Throw him the bone. Plus, you look at next year in our schedule, it's going to be tight as is. Going to be tough to win some games. Keep a guy like AP around for the locker room. Keep a guy like AP around for the culture of the Detroit Lions and really where we want to go in the future. All in all, these are 5 guys on the track to be free agents, and these are the 5 guys that I think we should re-sign. Would I like to re-sign Marvin Jones Jr.? Of course. But Marvin Jones has made it pretty clear that he would like to test the free agency market. He wants to see what's out there. If he can't get anything, then yeah, you bring him in. I would bring him in over Danny Amendola. But he will probably find somewhere else to be. Marvin Jones' price tag is going to be a little high for us, and I think other organizations will be able to offer him that money. So these are the 5 Lions that I think that we should re-sign heading into the free agency. But what do you think? These are the 5 guys that I think we should re-sign. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think the Lions should re-sign? Who do you think we should let go? Drop it in. I look forward to reading it, and I will catch you next time on Let's Talk Lions.